Hi, I'm Sarah.
And I'm Leah.
And we're here with New Dope to talk all things New Year's resolutions, music, culture, and what's next. First of all, I cannot believe 2025 is over already.
I know.
I mean, this year has really flown by, and what an
Insane.
eventful year it has been.
Absolutely.
I feel like I was just setting my New Year's goals for 2025, and now I'm setting them for 2026, which is crazy. But talking about New Year's goals, I mean, we all do this every year. You know, we take the time to think through what we want to change, how we can be a better person, how we can improve ourselves, improve our lives. And, you know, so many of us struggle to, you know, keep our New Year's, our resolutions. I mean, maybe that's just me, but I feel like so many of my friends are always saying like, yeah, you know, I don't even make it to the end of January. And I've already lost track of my New Year's resolutions. I mean, life gets in the way, we get busy, like schedules are crazy and hectic. And so I think for me, just reflecting on this year and this annual practice of setting New Year's resolutions, my New Year's resolution is really just to take the time to take a breather, you know, set resolutions with intention and to really keep them. I think it's so important to finish what we start, and just the practice of setting goals with intention and actually achieving them, you know, no matter how long it takes, no matter how many hurdles we face, you know, just actually keeping our New Year's resolutions. That's my New Year's resolution.
And I think they don't even have to be too hard. I mean, some of my resolutions this year were wellness and mental health. For sure. And there were small changes that I made in my everyday life, from journaling to doing more workout classes, and doing them consistently and getting into a routine is one of the best things I could have done for myself this year. I feel like it's the best way to keep your habits and to stay on track, for sure.
I'm with you on that one. I feel like we can really never have too much self-care and wellness, especially in our hectic, busy, loud, chaotic world and life.
Absolutely.
I think taking that time to prioritize our mental health and our wellness is gonna, you know, just reflect well in every other area of our life. It's going to make our relationships better with our family and our loved ones and our friends. And I think it's going to make us more successful in our careers. At least I've seen that. I feel like I'm just much more productive and happier when I'm taking that time to just have some self-care time. And whatever that means for you, I mean, for me, it's, you know, prioritizing fitness, making sure I'm going to the gym, but also taking the time to journal and even taking time to meditate where there's no distractions, and I'm giving my mind time to just process and reflect without any, you know, distraction. Right. I feel like that's so important. And so I think, you know, 2026 is the year of intention. It's the year of finishing what we start, and it's the year of setting those New Year's resolutions and actually achieving them.
Absolutely. 2026 is the year of the horse. So that means movement. It means moving forward. It means growing. And it means just change in any way and in the best way possible.
Absolutely. I definitely agree with you with prioritizing mental health. And I feel like, you know, there's so many different art forms that help with mental health. So for me, it's been painting, but it's also been listening to music. And I feel like in a way, music is so therapeutic. Yes. I mean, you can really, you know, if you want to relax and you want to calm down, you can put on maybe some classical music or some music that's just more chill.
Or if you go to the gym and you want to get your heart rate up and get your cardio on, you can play some really fire, exciting, upbeat music.
We love heart rate pumping music. I have to say, nothing motivates me more to work out than some heart rate pumping music.
You just get in your own trance, and it just makes the workout better and actually go by faster.
It really does, right? Well, speaking of which, I would love to know, like, reflecting, like, what are the best songs of 2025 that has defined, you know, your workouts, my workouts, like those songs that you are like on the treadmill and you almost want to be on the treadmill longer just so you can hear that song one more time.
So 2025 had some amazing artists come out with some amazing songs this year. I think that there was a whole different variety of the songs, different genres, but I felt it was just a really good year for music this year.
You know what? It really was. And I found that with this year, we had so many new artists come on the scene, you know, through some organic, you know, ways like TikTok and, you know, social media. But we also had so many legends come back after taking a break.
Absolutely.
And, you know, give us a banger song, which we love. And I feel like Billboard's top 10 chart really sums up like the heavy hitters for this year. So we're actually going to go to Billboard and get the record straight on what top 10 songs defined this year. So number 1 was Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars.
Amazing
Two
song.
icons, legends, collaborating for an even more legendary moment.
Absolutely.
I mean, this song is incredible.
It's so beautiful the way it was put together. I mean, Bruno Mars, we love him. He's an icon. And then you have Lady Gaga coming out from doing a lot of her film and music to just doing a song in a collaborative form was so beautiful.
Yeah, and I never honestly, like Lady Gaga and Bruno Mars collaborating was not on my bingo card for 2025, but I'm not mad about it. I mean, I really kind of never saw them coming together, but now that they do, I'm like, please make more music together. Die With a Smile was amazing. Number 2 was Luther with Kendrick Lamar and SZA. I mean, I love SZA. So
another amazing duo. Another just amazing duo.
Yeah, the duos have really been killing it in 2025. I feel like we've seen these collabs that are just like two
really
powerhouses coming together to give us like a legendary song that I know is going to stand the test of time. And I feel like Luther is that one.
I agree with you.
Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Luther. Make sure
amazing. And the next one was a bar song, Tipsy by Shaboozey, which is one of my favorites.
Yes.
I absolutely just loved the way he was able to bring the country music to pop. I felt like it just dominated the charts with something that we were all unexpected, but also kind of needed at the same time. I felt he put a spin on country music and brought it back up in the top 10 charts, which was amazing. So kudos to you, Shaboozey.
Yeah, I feel like Shaboozey is one of those artists that just came right out the gate running. I mean, we really didn't expect this guy to just come out of nowhere and like take over. And like major props to him. He deserves all of it because his music is amazing. And yes, like a bar song is like, it's one of those earworm songs where you just cannot get it out of your head. I mean,
absolutely. Whether you like country or not, you're gonna like this song.
I feel like he made so many like country music converts with that song. Like if you don't like country music, just hear a bar song and you will like country music.
You will like it, absolutely.
It's definitely like, it's just, you can't not like a bar song. Well, then number 4 was Lose Control by Teddy Swims. And again, another artist who just came out of nowhere and really just dominated. I mean, I feel like we're seeing so many really just more smaller artists, get out there and get a chance to really
top
prove
10
themselves.
of the chart, which is so incredible.
Absolutely.
So. And of course, next was Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish.
We love Billie Eilish.
Love that. And this song was so perfect. I feel like you could just play it in any TikTok, any Instagram video. It was definitely for the social media girlies. I was a fan, of course.
Yes.
But it was a very great song,
What I love about Billie is her versatility.
Yeah.
I mean, we literally had Lunch and then we had like Birds of a Feather. Like two completely different spectrum. Like Lunch is like, I'm on the treadmill and I'm running, and Birds of a Feather is like, I'm
softer,
chill,
sweet,
soft
beach
girl.
vibes,
like,
picnic.
I'm meditating, maybe even sitting at the beach. Like, it's just like her versatility is unmatched in the way she's able to give us such a variety of music and do it so well. And Birds of a Feather was deserving of that top 10 spot. It was an incredible song. Then we have number 6, Beautiful Things by Benson Boone. Another just unique song. What I find is so interesting about this top 10, and it really goes to speak of the versatility of just music listeners,
yes.
is how different all of these songs are.
All of them.
Like Beautiful Things, it's in its own category. It's its own song. It doesn't sound like any of the other songs in the top 10.
Right.
But it still earned itself a spot, which I think is so amazing.
Absolutely.
And I think that's, like I said, it's very telling because, I mean, we have pop, we have rock, we have country, we have, soft.
And everyone brought
music.
their own spin of things. I mean, Benson Boone brought that 70s vibe that, again, we were all not expecting. And he would get on stage in his blue jumpsuit that we all loved and just start dancing and bringing the vibes. I mean, it was just an amazing energy that each of these artists brought this year. So congrats to everyone.
Absolutely.
Number 7 is Ordinary by Alex Warren. Someone who just absolutely just dominated the charts this year. I mean, starting from TikTok and the social media field, watching him grow into now a top 10 artist, nominated for a Grammy. I mean, absolutely incredible. And the song was one of TikTok's top favorites as well.
Yeah, I know. I feel like, knowing Alex personally from the TikTok days and then seeing his growth as to now a Billboard top 10 artists is just so amazing. And I think it speaks to the power of kind of like finding your own voice and creating your own narrative and your own route. Because he definitely didn't take a traditional route, you know, to the top, so to speak.
Right.
But he's still there nevertheless. And I think that's so beautiful. And I think he's one of those people that you can really say, okay, like if he can do it, like we can all do it.
We can all do it.
You know, we can go
no matter where you started from or what platform you're on trying to get there doing it. Yeah. It doesn't matter. You just have to start, and that's all that really matters.
And I think he's shown like, you know, versatility in career paths too. Because there's so many people that will say, I mean, even online, they'll say, oh, you know, you're a TikTok star, you know, stay in your lane. You can't start doing music. Or if you do, it's not going to be taken seriously. Right. And I feel like he proved all the haters wrong. I mean, really, he proved everyone wrong. And I think I love that. I think we should never be, you know, narrowed down to one career or to one platform or anything. And I love that he's really proven that that's possible.
Absolutely.
So congrats to him.
And next was I Had Some Help by Post Malone and Morgan Wallen. And I absolutely loved this duo. I mean, these duos this year were absolutely insane. And they were kind of unexpected, but put together, it was just something magical. Bringing Post Malone's rock and roll side with Morgan Wallen's country side and putting it all into one song was honestly not on my charts this year, but it needed to be because it was an amazing song. And the way it was put together was so beautiful. And I felt like we all kind of needed that. We needed that combo for sure.
You know, I love Post Malone. I have been a fan since like 2016. And his growth, even how he's changed his musical style from originally being like rap and then kind of rock and then now like country.
Yes.
I mean, like that voice can really do it all, right? Like
Absolutely.
He has such an incredible voice that works in so many different genres. And he proved that he can dominate country too, which I think was so amazing.
Incredible.
So number 9 was Apartment, however you want to say it. This was Rose and Bruno Mars. And again, another collab I did not see coming. I mean, we have the iconic K-pop star Rosie and then Bruno Mars. And I love it. Like, who would have thought that would work? But it worked, and it worked better than
and it was such a catchy song that we all were like singing in the back of our heads even after we listened to it. So it was one of those songs that we were all kind of stuck with, but really actually enjoyed.
It was such a fun song.
Awesome.
It was such an energetic song. I think it was a song where you just want to get up and dance. It was so fun. I love it. And I think that song isn't going anywhere. I wouldn't be surprised if it's on the Billboard Top 10 for next year too.
Absolutely. And number 10 is Pink Pony Club by our girl Chappell Ronan.
So we love Chappell Ronan.
We do.
She is amazing. I think she's had a really organic come up where like this girl has earned it and has, you know, made her way up to that top 10 chart on her own. Her style is so original, so unique. Yes, both in music and, you know, how she presents herself through fashion, everything about her.
And how she stands for things that she cares about throughout her music and throughout all of her performances. She really makes it clear that she stands for what she stands for. And I feel like it kind of intertwines into her music as well. It's really beautiful.
She's a personal favorite of mine. I cannot wait to hear more from her in 2026. And I have no doubt all of these artists are here to stay for next year.
Absolutely. Can't wait for what's next.
Yeah. So I think what's so amazing about the Billboard Top 10 chart is we have some newcomers, but we also have some artists that are no strangers to making the charts. Right. I mean, we have some people who pretty much live there. You know, like Lady Gaga, Bruno Mars, Post Malone. I mean, these are people who it's like another day, another chart-topping song. But I feel like in this ever-changing, you know, musical landscape that's so intertwined with the digital space, do charts even matter? Like, do they carry the weight that they used to?
I feel like social media has definitely had an impact on the charts because now TikTok has their own charts, Instagram has their own charts. They have now suggested songs that you should use. And I feel like it's very different than what we were used to, you know, with like back in the day, top 80s, top 90s music. I feel like a lot of music and clips of music are pushed more than like what we would hear on like the regular charts. So I feel like it can be a little bit of both. I think the charts still matter and influence social media and everything that we do every day. But I also think that the social media charts and the music that's just going viral also really affect people's everyday life.
I love that take. I have to agree. I think, of course, the charts still matter and there's still weight there. but I don't think they matter as much as they used to.
Mm-hmm.
I think that, now with like, obviously like you were saying, like platforms like TikTok and Instagram, so much power now is in, the people and into, what we're listening and what's going viral on TikTok. And I feel like that influences music trends and overall music popularity so much more than maybe just like, these are the top 10 songs on the Billboard chart and that's it.
And this is all we know.
Yeah, and this is all we know.
There's so much more than like the top 10. I feel like there's just like different genres, different platforms, different purposes for the music. So I definitely think it's like expanded and given way for more just smaller artists to also get time to shine and be out there as well.
I agree. And I think, speaking of, making your way to the charts, a lot of artists are now using social media as the way to get that chart topping song. Whether it's like, a song trending on TikTok or, a suggested song on Instagram Reel.
I feel like it just goes viral. It's like you don't have to have a manager or an agent or someone to get you there. You kind of just can do it yourself from your own home, which gives more people a chance. And I think that's really nice to have. I really do.
Yeah, I think they're so intertwined now, which is so really unique. I mean, I feel like we're in uncharted waters when it comes to the music industry at this point. So it'll be interesting to see how music evolves over the next couple of years, especially now with AI entering the conversation.
And AI music. I'm not sure what you take on that, or if that's real music to you.
Yeah, so I'm really excited to see. I think it could be a really beautiful thing, and I think it could allow, as these platforms already are, a lot of undiscovered artists to become discovered. So
absolutely.
I think in a way, though, I know some would argue that TikTok songs are a bit, on the tired side. I feel like sometimes we get these songs from artists and they feel a little bit too curated for TikTok.
I get that, yeah. Or they're made for TikTok, the platform itself.
Yes, but I feel like the songs that last are the ones that are made to stand the test of time, that are not maybe just curated to go viral.
Yeah.
And I think of Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish. I mean, that's definitely not a TikTok song.
It can be, but it also is so much more, I feel.
But I feel like it works in so many different spaces. Absolutely. And I feel like that's a song that's going to stand the test of time. And, with these platforms now that we have, there's so much music being put out all the time, every day, by so many different artists. And there's so much consumption. And it's almost like, do we even have time to really enjoy the music, or are we just consuming
or are we just
much?
Listening to 10 seconds and that's all we're
10
using
seconds. I mean, how many of these songs are we only clipping 10 seconds of the song to like match our Instagram story or our TikTok video? So I feel like, as opposed to, I think of like the iconic songs like Queen songs in the 80s, and it's like, you cannot 10 seconds Bohemian Rhapsody. Like we enjoy these songs, so many decades later, because they've stood the test of time and because they weren't maybe curated just for social media.
Right.
So I feel like that ties back into like, the New Year's goal of just like intentionality and, slowing things down, maybe not consuming so much to the point where it becomes overconsumption, but really just taking time to reflect and, listen to a song all the way through. I mean, that is a pretty radical idea for a lot of people, and especially in this time and in this day and age, to the way that we consume everything.
It can be really hard.
It can be really hard. So I do think that we're kind of verging on overconsumption with music, but I feel like that's something that some artists can get away with it. I mean, there's really some artists where you can play the song on repeat and it never gets old. I think we all have that guilty pleasure song.
We do.
Where we really cannot ever stop listening to it. And I know which one it is for you already, because you play it all the time and I hear it all the
problems.
time. Yes. But on the other hand, I think there's some songs that are overplayed. And I'm really just like, who is pushing
these songs? We are tired.
I mean, this is
of hearing it over and over again. We love it. We just want a little break.
Right. I feel like for me, I love Gracie Abrams. And I love her song. And I don't even think it was a 2025. but it's that song that's like so cool. And I know you know which one I'm talking about, but it's such an earworm song.
It's very catchy.
Yeah, it's so catchy.
And I've been hearing it a lot on the radio and all over TikTok too, but I felt like it was well deserved for her. It was a very good song. It was put together. It did well with social media, but I do think it was a little overplayed or pushed. But in the best way possible.
She thinks it's overplayed. I can't get enough. And I feel like this is such a subjective thing. I mean, everyone has their own music taste. I know for me, like, I think Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter is overplayed just a little.
I mean, I think it was a 2024 song. So if we're still hearing it now,
and
we're like, we loved it when it came out, but we're also a little tired of it.
Yeah. I mean, gosh, how many 2024 songs did we hear on repeat in 2025?
Love Sabrina forever and we'll never get tired of her, but I do understand.
And I love her new music. And I'm excited for the fresh songs. I'm like, play those.
She just went on tour. We just saw her come out in her different outfits. It was amazing.
She's going to kill Coachella. It's going to be quite the cultural moment.
We're very excited for Coachella
for
to see
sure.
her.
So I'm really excited for 2026. I think this is going to be an incredible year.
I can't wait. I mean, I can't even imagine what they're already cooking up and releasing. I'm ready for it.
I'm ready for more collabs.
Yes.
Please, more collabs. I think they've been incredible. So
absolutely.
I'm so excited. So speaking of 2026, I have already started planning my Coachella. And you know, that is one of my New Year's resolutions, is to start being more organized and planning things early. Okay. I mean, really, like, I need to book the Coachella hotel because those sell out fast. But I feel like it's so important to just plan ahead of time.
Absolutely.
And time management. And I feel like that is something that I need to work on in 2026. I need more of that in my life. I need time management. I need to be more organized. Mm-hmm. That is my thing that I
love that you're aware of that, though. You realize what you need to work on. And you said, you know what? I'm going to do what I can to manage my time better. I'm always the late person. I say I'm going to be there at one time. I'm always 30 minutes late. So I think it's something that we can honestly all work on, though. It's something that we all struggle with, which is okay. We all have a lot of similar struggles. We all go through a lot of things. But being able to just know what you want to work on, putting it down on paper, mentally knowing what it is, and telling myself I'm going to do what I can every day, every week to get better at that, I think is just the most important thing. It's just trying and putting a foot forward.
For sure. We need more of that. I also feel like one thing I did do right, though, is I feel like I mastered work-life balance this year. I really made time because I tend to be a workaholic. Very easy, I verge into being a workaholic. But I really made time. I set aside that self-care block of time. I set aside time for friends, times for family. And that's something I'm going to continue in 2026. And I feel like being very conscious of that too. Work-life balance is so important.
So important.
Because it's so easy for that to go overboard. You know, I mean, we all got to work. So it's something that you have to be very conscious of and very aware of. But yeah, I'm excited for 2026. I think it's going to be an amazing year.
I am too. New year, new us, and new resolutions.
Exactly. A new opportunity for growth, which I think is the most beautiful thing about every start of new year, is just like a new opportunity to grow and to develop into the person that, you know, we want to be. And I feel like
better, stronger, faster.
That's right.
Absolutely. Year of the horse.
Cheers to 2026.
Amazing.
I am so excited about the current state of music right now because I feel like we're getting more versatility than ever before. And I am so excited about that. I mean, we're getting like country, pop, we're getting rock, we're getting, and then so many new artists.
All these
we're
things.
Getting rap.
Yes.
Like
Afrobeats.
Afrobeats is coming up. Like, and we're getting them all really dominating the charts and dominating the socials at the same time. That's incredible. I feel like social media has been an integral part of, you know, that process being able to happen. We can literally have an Afrobeat song and a country song, like absolutely dominating the space at the same time.
Absolutely.
And that's something I'm so excited about. I feel like that's only going to grow in 2026. And I just can't wait to hear all of the new original, you know, works of art that we're going to get from new artists. And
I do too.
I'm excited to see what undiscovered artists are going to give us that next earworm song.
Oh, yes. And pop up out of nowhere, someone new. I'm excited for all the new people that we don't know of yet.
Exactly, but also the legends who really rebrand themselves in such a way that it almost feels like they're a fresh artist. And I feel like we saw that from so many people, like Post Malone, I think of specifically, even Billie Eilish, where, I mean, it's just a complete like 180 from kind of the music that we all know from them. And they've given us a completely fresh take, and they're willing to take risks with music. And I feel like that's something that really sets apart the good artist from the great artist, and the songs that are, you know, just TikTok viral for a week from the ones that stand the test of time.
And last for years.
It's like, you know, were they willing to take risks with the music? Did they give us something fresh? Did they give us something new?
Right.
And I feel like there's so many trailblazers out there in music that are really going to deliver. So that's something I am so excited about. I'm so excited to see what, you know, just fresh takes we're going to get in the music space.
Absolutely. I mean, I think you definitely have a point. I feel like we've seen a lot of amazing artists this year. We've seen a lot of new platforms come up. We've seen a lot of new ways that music is just growing and coming out. And I feel like we're just growing every year. There's just always some new platform. There's always some new way to release music, some new way to stream. Twitch went crazy this year with the streams, with the creators. I mean, there was a lot of musicians and creators who were actually going from TikTok to Twitch and putting their music on there. So I think just every year there's just new ways to grow and release music for artists. And I think it's just absolutely amazing.
I feel like we are in a time where it is absolutely uncharted for the you know, the kid in your basement in your room, and you're making music, and you know, you just want to make it big. Like, this is your chance. There has never been a better time in history for someone to go from literally, you know, making music in their bedroom to the Billboard charts. And I mean, we're really seeing it happen every day with like a viral song or a chart-topping song, or getting a record label. You know, one day you're in your room making music, and the next day, you know, you're at the top of the charts.
That's right.
And, you know, with so many resources available to us now, largely from social media, but even from the ability to network so easily through social media, like this is the chance. This is that there's no better time. And I can't wait to see what 2026 has in store for us.
Same here.
So thank you guys for watching New Dope, and we will see you next time.